Welcome, deep divers. Ever thought about finding a real hidden gem in Brazil? A place packed with history, culture, amazing nature, and food that's just incredible. Well, today we're diving into Minas Gerais. It's this huge state, often missed by tourists heading for the coast, but our research shows it's full of really unique surprises.
That's right. Our goal here is to pull out the key insights and show you exactly why Minas Gerais is one of Brazil's best off-the-beaten-path spots. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding this amazing region.
Brazil's massive, obviously, so many different regions. And yeah, most visitors hit Rio, maybe São Paulo. But Minas Gerais really seems to stand out. Our sources talk about a unified diversity. What does that mean exactly?
It's fascinating, actually. It points to things like a specific accent, the Minas accent, and certain mannerisms, even unique architecture. But maybe the biggest part is the people, the Mineiros.
Yeah.
They're known for being incredibly welcoming, really down to earth, great hospitality. Even if there's a language barrier, they genuinely try to make you feel comfortable. It's like the local vibe is that the people are as crucial as the sights.
So that warmth sort of bridges any gaps.
Yeah.
Makes it easier for visitors.
Yeah, that's the feedback. The warmth is so genuine, it tends to overcome any initial awkwardness with language. It really defines the experience.
That's great to hear. Now moving on to the sites. The history sounds immense, like an outdoor lesson in Brazilian history.
Absolutely. You've got colonial towns overflowing with history. Think churches, monuments, old mansions, cobblestone streets everywhere. It feels like stepping back in time.
And specific towns really stand out.
Definitely. Ouro Preto is a big one. UNESCO World Heritage Site, center of the Gold Rush, famous for its Baroque art, especially the sculptor Aleks.tourist. Plus, it's got a lively student vibe.
Ah, okay.
Then there's Diamantina, another UNESCO site, dime mining central back in the day. It's got this amazing story about Chica da Silva and a unique musical tradition called Vesperata.
Vesperata? What's that?
It's like an open-air serenade. Musicians play from the windows and balconies of the historic buildings. It's pretty magical, apparently. Very unique to Diamantina.
Sounds incredible. Any others we should know?
Well, there's São João del Rei, full of colonial mansions and churches, and Tiradentes, which is really picturesque, great restaurants, art galleries. Mariana, too, the oldest city near Ouro Preto. Each has its own piece of that colonial story.
Okay, so history's covered. But the food? Our sources basically say it's a sin not to try Minas-style food.
They're not wrong. Food is hospitality there. And it's so good, you absolutely have to start with pão de queijo cheese bread. It was born there. Perfect anytime, especially with coffee.
Right, the cheese bread, iconic.
Totally. Then there are heartier dishes, feijão tropeiro, beans, bacon, sausage, eggs, maniac flour.
Yeah.
Real comfort food. Frango com quiabo, which is chicken with okra, is another classic stew.
And I'm getting hungry just listening.
And leitão à puruca. That's crispy fried pork skin. Super crunchy. Oh, and costelinha com ouro pernobis pork ribs with this local plant. Ouro pernobis means pray for us, which is kind of a fun name.
Pray for us. Why?
The story goes, it was a plant monks could eat during fasting periods, so they'd pray while picking it. Something like that. It's a good story anyway.
Love it. What about drinks and sweets?
Sweets are big too. Doce de leite, homemade milk candy, and goiabada, guava paste, often eaten with cheese. They call it Romeo e Julieta. And for drinks, Minas is famous for its cachaça, the sugarcane spirit. So the best artisanal stuff comes from there.
Cachaça, right.
And coffee. It's Brazil's biggest coffee producer, so a fresh cup is like standard Minas hospitality. Often served with lots of conversation, meals are often generous, buffet style, wood-fired stoves. It's all part of that welcoming spirit.
It sounds amazing. Okay, so history, food, what about nature? It's landlocked, right? Yeah. Does it still offer impressive natural landscapes?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the big surprises. You get mountains, rivers, canyons, and incredible waterfalls. Seriously, some of the best in Brazil.
Really? Like where?
Serra da Canastra National Park is a highlight. It has Furnace Canyon, famous for the views and the watercolor, plus tons of waterfalls and pools. Capitolio is the town that's kind of the gateway there.
Okay.
There's also Serra do Cipó National Park. More waterfalls, canyons, wildlife, like maned wolves. Great for hiking and adventure. And Ibirapuera State Park is another gem, maybe less known, with caves and unique quartzite formations.
So plenty to see beyond the cities.
Definitely. People joke it just needs a beach, but
yeah,
honestly, the rivers and waterfalls more than make up for it.
Okay, wrapping things up a bit. Besides history, food, nature, what else defines the culture there? Art, music?
Yeah, it's rich culturally too.
Yeah.
It's known as a literary hub. Guimarães Rosa came from Minas. And we mentioned the Baroque art legacy with Aleix.
Yeah.
But there's contemporary stuff too. Instituto in Hotum. It's this incredible, massive, open-air contemporary art center near Brumadinho. Huge botanical gardens with art installations integrated right into the landscape. It's really something else. An outdoor art museum, the largest in the world, they say. It sits where two major biomes meet, the Cerrado and the Mata Atlântica. And it has this interesting backstory tied to mining wealth. But now it plays a big role in local development and education, especially after the dam disaster there. It connects art, nature, and community impact.
Oh, that sounds powerful. Any local festivals or traditions?
Well, the Festa Junina, the June festivals, are huge there. Lots of flags, bonfires, traditional food, dancing. It blends all sorts of influences. And they often go into July because it gets cooler then. Plus, you still have those religious festivals tied to the colonial past. And of course, the Vesperada and Diamantina we talked about.
It really sounds like a place with layers upon layers. So if someone listening is inspired to go, what's the practical advice?
Good question. For getting there, fly into Belo Horizonte. That's the capital, the main airport. Easiest and usually cheapest entry point.
Great. And getting around.
Renting a car is highly recommended. It just gives you the freedom to explore, especially the natural parks, which can be tricky by bus. You can use buses between the main historical towns, but the flexibility. Yeah, car's better.
And the itinerary. We saw a 7-day suggestion.
Yeah, that's a great starting point, but definitely adapt it. If you love history, spend more time in Aro Preto or Tiradentes. If you're into nature, maybe focus on Canastra or Vitapoca. Make it your own trip.
Perfect. So, Minas Gerais. It really seems to offer this incredible mix. Deep history, amazing food, stunning nature, vibrant culture, all delivered with that famous Mineiro warmth, a truly rewarding alternative to the usual Brazilian trail.
Exactly. Which brings us to a final thought for you, our listeners. Given all this richness, how might exploring Minas Gerais change your whole perspective on Brazil? Think about connecting with a place that weaves together past and present, nature and human creativity in such a unique way. It really might show you a different heart of the country altogether. We're looking into the vibrant, sometimes wonderfully weird and, well, deeply cultural world of Brazilian humor, idioms, and memes. Our mission, really, is to give you a shortcut, a way to understand why Brazilians laugh, what makes them tick humor-wise, and what it all reveals about their, resilient and incredibly vibrant culture.
Yeah, and it's more than just jokes, isn't it?
Exactly. We're talking about a window into the soul of a nation, really.
And that's what's so compelling, I think. Humor isn't just like an add-on in Brazil. It's profoundly embedded in their actual identity.
Right.
You see it in centuries-old proverbs, things that hint at a totally different time. And then boom, you've got the lightning-fast world of modern internet memes.
That spans everything.
It does, and it all reflects this rich, complex history, a mix of indigenous roots, the powerful rhythms from African heritage, and of course the marks left by colonial encounters. Our sources really lay out this colorful journey. They show us that for Brazilians, language, laughter, daily life, they're not just linked. Often they're pretty much the same thing.
Okay, and it's when you try to translate these everyday sayings literally, that's where it gets really wild, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, can you imagine being told in English to stick your foot in a jackfruit?
What would you even do?
Exactly. Or take your little horse out of the rain. My first thought is just, what horse?
Yeah.
Why is it raining?
Makes no sense out of context.
But these aren't just weird phrases, are they? They're like tiny, vivid postcards from Brazil's past and present, packed with imagery that just, it doesn't compute logically outside that specific culture.